Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Space Engine. This has now become kind of a monthly series, but still, it's always fun. Boy, oh boy, has it been an exciting few days because, I was actually watching this, NASA announced the crew for Artemis 2. And one of the four people going is Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen, which is really, really cool because it actually makes him the first Canadian to venture into deep space, but also only yeah, he's the first Canadian to venture into deep space, but that also makes Canada the second country to ever send a national, to deep space. Because so far, all the astronauts who have gone beyond Earth orbit have been American. So yeah, Canada, fantastic. I am very pleased about that. So it's just cool. I love it. I love it. It's mostly because Canada's playing a big part in the Artemis program. We're building a robotic arm for Gateway, Canada Arm 3. We sure do like our Canada arms. We're very good at it. Anyways, what are we going to do today? Nobody gave me suggestions on what to talk about or where to go, so I guess we're just gonna wander the galaxy as usual, and talk about whatever comes to mind. Which I got the big news out of the way, which is Jeremy Hansen. What else is new in the world? Um, Starship might. Ooh, there we go. Might be doing its orbital test this month. We'll see about that. Um, it might explode. Not gonna lie, it would be kind of funny if it exploded. It would. It's a really big rocket, so it would be an impressive view. I'll just say. Like that. Oh, those old Atlas tests, where the Atlas rocket explodes on its way, and it's all very fantastic. But imagine that, but in high definition. So I'm kind of torn between it's like, oh yeah, you want it to succeed because rocket launches succeeding is good, but a really big rocket exploding midair would look fantastic. So it's kind of a either or. And since nobody's going to be on board, it's fine. All right, we have organic unicellular marine life hanging out here with little itty bitty rings. Ain't that fantastic? Kind of like reminds me of Uranus, but it's not. I am recording, right? Indeed, I am. Okay, just making sure because I haven't done Space Engine in a while, so I have to make sure. Oh, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Interesting. That is a really thick atmosphere. My goodness, 252 atmospheres. Ugh. Well then, let's carry on. What else is new? Oh yeah, I've started a Kickstarter for my game Cosmic Ocean. You may have seen the post, multiple posts. Um, Last I checked, I only have like 6 backers so far, which is still pretty good, but uh, we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't get back or if it doesn't get funded, it'll still eventually happen. It'll just take much longer. But yeah, no. If you want to check that out, I'll have a link below. It's I've been working on it quite a bit. In fact, I have some code coming back that I need to implement into it at some point tonight. Actually, lots to do. The first build of it is just gonna have the solar system, so local planets. And I think I have to put Pluto back into it. Because originally I just had like the principal planets out to Neptune. But I'm thinking I might add Pluto and its little cohort to the game at some point. So that'll be fun. Because I haven't actually made those planets. I've done all the planets out to Neptune and a bunch of moons. But I do not have Pluto yet. So I might have to make a Pluto. Ooh, life. Which, I don't know, it's always kind of fun. But the whole point of the game is that you can go to these places and also land on them, It isn't like a one to scale, like a 1-to-1 scale thing like KSP. Ooh, let's go there first. It's gonna be more like you can go there and you can choose to land and it's a different scene. But, still, wow. Look at it. This is an ocean, isn't it? It's a super oceana. Or super oceanic aquaria. Yeah, this is an ocean, isn't it? It is. Wow. This has to be one of the prettiest planets I've found in a very long time. Atmosphere, nitrogen, water, carbon dioxide, H2S, really? And sulfur dioxide. Wait, isn't H2S hydrogen sulfide? That can't be good. Atmospheric pressure has a thin atmosphere. Temperature's just above freezing. My, that sucks. So this is a cold, thin-aired world comprised entirely of ocean. We have found a water world. I wonder if we can find Kevin Costner. You know, the movie Waterworld. I actually like that movie. I don't care what people think. Then again, I also like Postman, which is another one of his movies he did that everyone thought was terrible. But it's like, I liked it. It was fun. Wow, that's impressive. That is a nice planet. That's probably a highlight of this series so far, actually, honestly. That's just a nice planet. And its neighbor here is a, well, it's an Aquaria as well, but it has land, or are those clouds? I think it's land. Okay, so it does have an ocean somewhere. I just don't know where it is, but it has land. This is definitely not water. I guess it's a subsurface ocean, because I'm not seeing any evidence of ocean on the surface. It has rings as well. Interesting. Its atmosphere is very cold. Minus 188 degrees Celsius. My goodness. And 21 atmosphere, so it's a thick, cold atmosphere. That sounds unpleasant. Mostly nitrogen, a bit of water, a bit of carbon monoxide, and a bit of carbon dioxide. Interesting, interesting. Oh, I guess the life's exotic. So, what's its hydrogen? It's C? Oh, there we go. C composition is nitrogen and carbon monoxide. So, it has seas, like oceans, of liquid nitrogen and carbon monoxide. That is cool. Like, legit cool. This is a hurricane of some kind? Or, not a hurricane, but it's a weather system, of course. So I'm getting Titan vibes from this, then. It has exotic fluid, an exotic fluid cycle, and a dense, cold atmosphere. That's cool. I like this. This has been a cool star system. I am not gonna lie. It's kind of funny. The moon Triton has nitrogen ice clouds that actually form. Despite having an atmosphere that's so thin, it may as well not even be there. But it's just thick enough that you can get nitrogen clouds that form, and they're very, very thin. And you can actually see a picture of one on images from Voyager. It's really cool. Like just like right on the edge, you can just see it just above the surface, and it's like nitrogen clouds. See, I'm telling you, space is cool. Yeah, one of the updates for Cosmic Ocean when I get it, pushed, is the update immediately after being launched. Like the next big update is gonna, install interstellar travel, because it'll first come out. It's just gonna have solar system, and that's all well and good. But the point of the game is interstellar travel. Like that's what I want in it. It's like I want long duration trips to other stars, and the game will take long to do it. Like I'm not gonna have time warp. I'm not gonna have faster than light travel. It's if you want to go to another star system, it's gonna take you hours of real time to get there. So if you want to go there, you have to want it. Well, I mean, okay, the first system I'm gonna add is Alpha Centauri, and it'll be probably like an hour or two to get to. Like, it's not gonna be too extreme. But then the ones further out, it's gonna get more and more extreme. I think Tau Ceti is gonna be far enough away that it might take like a day to get to. Like it'll be a real long haul to get there. But I'm gonna have things that you can find and that are actually, gameplay applicable, not like Go Outside Simulator where it's just objects. I do want to actually install or like implement a system where you can find and upgrade things, or discovering things unlock stuff, something to some degree, as well as like you can do missions if you want, but you can also just do whatever you want. Kind of like Kerbal Space Program, where you can do as much or as little as you care to do in terms of exploring on your own or following a brief. So it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of stuff put into it. I have a lot of the basics done currently, and if you want to check it out, again, link below. Any help would be fantastic. I'm trying to raise $7,000, which seems like a lot to me, but looking at other game Kickstarters, it's actually quite low. So who knows? Maybe I can get there, but I only have like 28 more days to do it, so we will see. Alright, we have more exotic life. It's marine terrestrial. Its atmospheric composition is nitrogen. Its seas are nitrogen. Its temperature is minus 167, atmospheric pressure 14 atmospheres. So it's just nitrogen. And we have creatures living in this liquid nitrogen. What's its crust made of? I'm afraid to check the I want to do like the information tab. Whenever I do, it has a high chance of crashing the game. So I kind of can't do that. My goodness, is it bright down here. Oh, I do not like this. I guess this is all like nitrogen frost. Now, are these mineral deposits, or is that supposed to be the exotic life? Oh, my headset just told me that it turned off. Thanks, headphones. Ooh, spooky. I mean, it's not a terrible place. I wouldn't want to live here. In fact, I would probably die if I lived here. But no, it's not bad at all. We're finding a lot of exotic life this episode, which is interesting, to say the least. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Well then, let's carry on. Ooh, clouds. Whoop. Into the space. What's that? Red giant. Alright. What else is new in the world? There's always something going on. But the things I actually cared about I already mentioned, so... Who knows? Oh, my friend who runs the YouTube channel Mostly True, which you might have heard of, he streams... Oh, I saw that. He streams every Friday, and I kind of just show up, and I'm a part of those. In fact, last weekend, like last Friday when he did the stream, I was just in it talking, and he went to bed near the end. So it was just me and one of our other friends just kind of took over, and it was basically just like 2 hours of us just talking nonsense. And then he'd occasionally pop into the text chat because he was, he'd wake up, or he was watching some movie, and it's like, all right. So yeah, I commandeered a much more popular YouTuber's live stream because he just wanted me to. I'm apparently interesting. Who would have guessed? Alright, we have organic, multicellular, subglacial. So this is going to be all, I guess, realistic. Right? Yeah, not realistic. What's the term? Familiar life? There we go. Things like you'd find on Earth. Alright, gravity... not that great. Temperature, minus 209 degrees Celsius. Well, it is an airless ice shell moon. I assume that it's subglacial organic, so it's going to be water under there. There might be other stuff included, like ammonia and whatever, but it's mostly going to be water and probably salts. Very good indeed. It's kind of like on Titan. It'd be kind of cool because you might be able to get life that lives in the actual water layer under the crust. That's organic, like us. Then you might also get exotic life that lives in the methane seas. However, I think the chemical composition of the life living in the methane seas would also be carbon, because there's just so much carbon chemistry, like organic chemistry going on that moon, that you might just get exotic, like methanogens and stuff living in the methane seas. And then you have more familiar looking life living in the water ice. So you could have two different types of life that are unrelated to each other living on the same moon. And that is really cool. But we have to go and see. and we currently aren't, but I think they're working on some things to go and do so. Like, the Titan submarine would be really cool if that one got launched. I would love to have a submarine exploring the depths of Kraken Mare. But that's just me. Well, and a lot of other people. On the Venus side of things, I think Veritas got a bunch of its funding cut. That was one of the missions going to Venus. So it's probably getting delayed a few years, which is very disappointing because we have a bunch of Venus missions going, and having Veritas randomly get its funding pulled, I think because they want to like shift funding towards the Mars sample return, which I guess that's important, but I'm interested in Veritas. At least Da Vinci Plus is still going, and the Europeans are studying something. I think Rocket Lab's studying something to Venus here at some point. So that's exciting. All right, we have unicellular aerial, so microbes living in this gas giant's clouds. But they're organic. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Look at these clouds. Kind of reminds me of Joule from a Kerbal Space Program. I would actually love to play KSP2. My current computer can't handle it though, so it's not happening. Although a lot of the money for the Kickstarter for my game is going towards getting a new computer, because my current one is about 8 years old. It is a very old computer, and it's not doing very well. It takes about 17 minutes to start up. So, yeah. And the biggest issue I have with it is when I'm using 3D modeling software or Unity and stuff to do actual game development, it has a real hard time sometimes, and it starts to chug or it freezes, and it's not going to be a functional development computer for very long. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I need to save up and get a new computer, and I'm hoping that I can get some, I can get the Kickstarter funded, because that'll help get the hardware I need to actually finish the game. Oh boy, I probably should have started saving like last year, but I had other financial priorities. So, oh well. Being an adult is fun. Fun indeed. What do we have? Wait, where's the life? I was promised life. Oh, here. It's in a moon. Oh, it's a subglacial organics. It's not really worth going to. We see so many ice shell moons, which I guess is realistic. If I were to put a bet on how much, like, where life would be in the universe, I'd probably say it's like we're probably going to find unicellular, like, bacteria living on ice shell moons is probably the most common population of life in the galaxy. If I had to bet, like, you know, based on my own opinions and thoughts and just the evidence we have in our own solar system. So, having a bunch of ice shell moons in this game, or simulator, is a perfectly acceptable idea. Ooh, a K-type star. I do love me a K-type star. And, oh, subglacial. I don't want to go there, but I love me a K-type star. Oh, that is the K-type star. I was like, what's this? Oh well. Ooh, look at that immediately. Oh, the moons. Organic subglacial. Well, I mean, we're here, might as well. Yeah, it's an ice shell moon, like all the other ice shell moons. Let us land on the surface and admire the terrain. Yeah, there we go. We landed on the icy part of the ice shell moon. And you can just kind of see where the terrain comes in. Although I suspect this is all ice, like even the darker patches. But yeah, look at that. Glacial moon. Fun times. Well, we're coming up in 20 minutes, so I'm probably going to end it off there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have ideas for other topics to talk about or places to go, let me know in the comments below. If you want to help out the Kickstarter for the 3rd time, link to that below. And I guess that's it. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And space.